All things come to an end. Even time itself.
Check. Check 2. Alright, beginning momentarily.
The abyss is like the world's shadow. It's always there, and it will never perish.
Okay, we are here. Decided to let the quote-unquote stream intro go for a little bit because when I streamed the Archon quest, for some reason the YouTube VOD starts several minutes in after I started streaming. It didn't cut off anything important, but the fact that it cut off anything when it said it was working is annoying, so whatever. Decided to just let that intro go for a bit. And now we are ready. $160 resin. It don't matter. Alright, we have our Skirk. We are ready to Skirk. And then Skirk. Did that. Is there anything else that I care enough to click on this interface? What is this? Who are you? Unlimited throwing. What is this, a speed run? Unlimited throwing. Thank you. I'll worry about that some other time. An event that just started? Yeah, they got this event. Oh, it's the one with Sethos. Whatever, we'll do it later. And by later, I mean 10 days from now. Yep. Okay. And then as for you... Sure. Give me free stuff. All right, we are good to go. Focused wait. Oh. What? What is this? Oh, is this the event quest? Oh, it is the event quest. Oh, yeah, never mind. False alarm. I need to go to a different menu. This one. This one. Crystallina. Okay, now we can focus the experience modally. Your stream's bitrate is higher than recommended. Shut the hell up, YouTube. Nobody asked. 6800 kbps recommended. Yeah, so it can just be a giant pixel? Do you understand anything? Anyway, let's start. Pause, champ. We're pausing. We're loading. I was hoping I don't have more internet issues today like I did when I streamed the Archon quest. Boo Boo Pharmacy. Let's skirk our way there. For 3 seconds. Alright, we spent the 3 seconds. This team doesn't have any cool traversal. Because what I just did is not cool traversal. It lasts 3 seconds. Nobody asked.
Oh. Baiju isn't in his shop.
Oh, you're looking for Dr. Baiju. He's resting today, but he said to send any patients to the back room.
Ah, okay. Thanks. We'll head on through.
This is definitely Paimon talking. This is Paimon right here. Spoil for the endgame. Skirk is Paimon in a alternate timeline. Where is the back room? Is it literally in the back? Oh, it's on the side. Holy. Would never have seen that coming. Alright, what have we got? Hey, dude. Looks like we have no voice.
Looks like we have a special guest.
Traveler, Paimon, welcome. What can I do for you?
It's the Traveler. She looks absolutely beat these days. She has these huge, dark circles around her eyes, like she hasn't slept a wink.
Yeah, I just met my brother, and you know, it went as badly as literally every other time that happened.
And she keeps spacing out. You have to call her name several times before she snaps out of it. What do you think it is? Is she sick?
Oh, is Creep prone to sickness? I find this surprising.
Very peculiar. In all the time we've been acquainted, this is the first time you've come to me with a health complaint. Come, let me take a look at you.
Take a look.
Okay, Paimon does not like that expression, Baiju. It's not serious, is it?
It's called the itis.
Complexion is good, eyes are clear, breathing is steady, pulse is strong. Physically, you appear to be in good condition, Traveler. In theory, your energy level should reflect that. You should be feeling right as rain. Hence
That
my
abyss
concern.
cropping up.
A clean bill of health is usually a good thing, but in this case, it likely means your situation is more complicated.
You say so.
Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition. But afflictions of a non-physical nature, they fall outside a doctor's realm of expertise.
Huh? What do you mean, non-physical nature?
Oh, mental.
Curses,
What else does it mean?
Dark magic. It's
Oh,
hard
wow,
to
he's
say.
getting...
It could just as easily be a simple case of mental fatigue.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He went somewhere totally different.
Why don't you rest here for a bit? Whatever it is we're dealing with, clues to your condition are sure to reveal themselves in time. Once we know the root cause, we can administer the right treatment.
I've seen my fair share of mental afflictions. To start with, some calming incense, a good night's sleep, and a good meal will do you a world of good.
In the meantime, Changsheng and I will review the relevant literature for afflictions that present with mental fatigue.
There's a lot of them.
Still, we're not experts in this kind of thing, I say. We should strongly consider calling in a specialist as soon as possible.
Oh, must be a rare condition if not even Baizhu and Changsheng have seen it before.
It's called being tired.
Well, all we can do is take their advice. You look like you're about to collapse anyway.
Rude.
Just get some rest. Paimon will be right here by your side. Fingers crossed you'll be all better when you wake up.
Okay. Yo, who's whispering?
Damn.
Anyway. Paimon needed to sleep too? I thought I was, like, taking a nap. Where am I? It's called Hell. Welcome. Thick fog covering my field of vision. Oh. Los Angeles in the 90s. This feels more real than a dream, but too chilling to be real life. My breath freezes in my throat before I can even exhale it. That sounds dangerous. Feels like my soul has been wrenched from my body and thrust into this strange, unfamiliar space. That can't be good. Whichever direction I look in, there's no end in sight, and worse than that, I think there's something in the fog following me like a shadow. Let's kill it. This is a dream. How long till I wake up? And if it's not, then where in the world am I? Hey. Oof. Hello. Something just stabbed me in the back. Huh. Somebody's yoinking my energy. It's one of those Wayob things. I wasn't done sleeping yet.
Rise and shine. Time to wake up.
I don't buy it.
For once, you're making Paimon look like an early riser. It's already afternoon. Hopefully all that sleep did you some good. Feeling any better?
Oh, we actually remembered the dream.
A cut? What? Did you scratch yourself in your sleep? All right, let Paimon take a look. Nope, nothing there.
Good thing I'm playing as Lumine, so the back is already exposed.
Did you have a nightmare? Okay, don't panic. Paimon heard that dreams tell us what we need by showing us the opposite. So, if you had a nightmare, maybe all you need is something to cheer you up. Come on, Paimon will treat you to something yummy.
You can't cook, Paimon. I played that one quest in Chenyu Vale with that old guy where you cook something. I know what it happens when you cook something. Oh. She's ordering. I guess that solves it.
So, in this dream, you were trapped in a weird place with thick fog everywhere, and then a spike came out of nowhere and stabbed you in the back?
I'm telling you, man, LA in the 90s.
Oh. Okay, well, that's a new one. Are you sure it was a dream? Because from the way you describe it, it sounds like you were really there. But then again, you woke up right where you went to bed. And you were definitely in a deep sleep this morning. Then, it's decided. Paimon will stay up and watch over you tonight. If anyone tries to mess
I feel
with
like we've
you,
had enough things
Paimon
mess
will
with us in
beat
our
'em up.
dreams at this point in the game.
Or, wake you up first and then we can beat him up together.
watched. Stalkers. Oh. Gotta check on the kidneys.
Something is missing.
Oh, hello?
Did you just say something?
The flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete. Left unresolved, the mind will wither away along with it.
Hey.
Ah! What the? Wait! Paimon remembers you! Your child's master! Skirk?
Wow. Rude. You knew her name in the bedtime story quest. Now you're just being rude.
Right! What are you doing here? The last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine, right? But then we left and never learned where you went after that.
Yeah, you got some explaining to do of all that lore you said that you would explain the next time you saw us. Although maybe she only told Neverlet that, I don't remember.
Child's been looking everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to Wanmean Restaurant of all places? You came here looking for us? And were you the one behind that hocus pocus just now?
Tell me, what is it that you saw?
LA in the 90s.
Tight-lipped, huh? I suppose that's fair. You. I'll take a glass of wine.
Oh, I don't work here.
Hmm? Oh, of course. Coming right
I
up.
guess he does. Is that Lan? Just chilling?
We make this one in-house. It's not too strong. Enjoy.
Who said I didn't want something that was not too...
Chef Mao,
Oh,
I'll
that's
take
too
the
many
grilled
double
tiger
negatives.
fish
I confused
over here.
myself. Damn, people just yelling orders at him.
Coming right up. Ah, if I knew we'd be this busy, I wouldn't have approved Shenhe's vacation.
Convenient way to not have her in the quest, huh? Well, don't worry. I got her on my
At the end of
team.
the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. I'm not
Rude.
here to try and win you over. Trust me or not, the choice is yours. If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until I finish my drink. I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion. Need I say more?
Neither
Maybe.
of those things sound good.
She seems to know something. Yeah, maybe we should, tell her.
Well, should we trust her?
Yeah, sure, why not?
She mentioned an abyssal disturbance. Maybe that has something to do with what's going on with you. But we could always find a different expert on the abyss to help us out.
Like who?
Yeah, and that thing she said about your soul being damaged is scaring, Paimon. Definitely something we should fix sooner rather than later. Skirk's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what Child's told us, she doesn't seem evil, at least.
Yeah, Child is definitely a reliable source for that kind of an evaluation. Oh, she's done.
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do.
Will it?
Well, have you made up your mind?
Just be talking right now. What I saw was a dark space shrouded in a dense fog that wouldn't disperse.
So that's all we know, Miss Skirk.
Rip voice line.
Can you help us?
So, you couldn't disperse the fog. I understand. Come find me in the Gwali Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left cash for the drink on the table. Settle the bill for me, will you?
Oh, okay. Huh? She disappeared.
Based.
Wait, hold on. You overpaid. Here's your change.
Oh, no. This includes the drink, so it should be the right amount.
I didn't think you two ordered a drink.
We didn't. It was that lady who came and sat with us, remember? You brought it out to her yourself.
You sure? I could have sworn there were only two of you at that table.
What'd you put in their dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucinogenic mushroom? You got them seeing things.
Seeing things? Wait, so neither of you noticed her? Young lady? About this tall, wearing a purple dress? She ordered a glass of wine!
Oh, now you mention it, that vaguely rings a bell. And it looks like I did open the wine jar, so it must have just slipped my mind. In any case, that settles your bill. Come again soon.
Okay. It is land identified easy.
Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like they didn't remember Skirk being there at all. Even Paimon was half convinced we hallucinated the whole thing. But that Mora she left for us was definitely real.
Oh, beast.
Oh, this whole situation is giving Paimon the creeps. But anyway, she told us to head to the Goyli Plains, right? Let's not keep her waiting.
Automatic transportation? Oh, no, we're still here. Alright, Shenhe. Get to work. Where's the... That table just, like, appears and disappears, and then they put this whole stack of things here where those ship dudes were... They are breaking reality right now. Anyway. Hey, everybody, Skirk's here. Remember her? No? Okay. Oh yeah, 3 seconds of fast moving. Oh, never mind. 1 second of fast moving and 2 of running into a rock. Okay, we're here. Oh, that can't be good.
What are all these rift hounds doing here? Huh. Looks like they're collecting something. Let's go check it out.
What do you mean, let's? You're gonna go hide. Oh, hello. Wow, rude. I wasn't ready yet.
Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song! Attack the frosting! Truth on the loose! Do your master's bidding!
Yeah, your master's bidding. Alright, will Skirk even get to attack? Oh. I think I clicked the mouse
So, this
right
is
before
what
that
they were
enemy died, but I
collecting.
didn't actually hit it.
It looks kinda like...
God remains. Yeah, where's Zhao at?
What is going on here?
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains.
Okay.
Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago remain buried deep within the earth, carrying within them a warped will and a dark curse. Together, these remnants form what you call God remains.
That's literally what they
It
are.
appears that some of those sealed here were dug up and removed. There are traces left, but they're fading fast.
What are you doing, Paimon?
What are you doing?
Nothing! Just wanted to make sure you were... real? She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's solid.
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? Strange set of priorities. It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, those memories are erased. Simple as that. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it.
Oh, someone's edgy.
Now, can we please get back on track?
Okay. Where were we? Right. The God remains. So, basically, there's now less of them here than there used to be, right? Isn't that a good thing? In our experience, God remains are 100% bad news. A lot of terrible things have happened because of them.
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards, but power doesn't come from nothing, and it doesn't just disappear for no reason. The remains aren't just gone, they were taken. Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. There are victims like you everywhere. The only difference being, you can speak, and the remains cannot. so it went unnoticed.
They made a mistake.
Something similar happened in Sumeru. Within the span of one night, countless consecrated beasts were slaughtered, and a large amount of the god remains buried in the desert went missing. Of course, god remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over this world, including the Stella Fortuna above.
That seems bad.
Wait, you mean the stars?
Mm-hmm. 42 of them have died out in the past few months alone.
But they're not real, so who cares?
In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear, but gradually evolve into a new constellation. Yet now, stars are disappearing from the skies entirely, and it's not hard to deduce what's happening to the power they contain. Something has been leeching power from this world like a parasite steals nutrients from a host. And now, it's no longer satisfied with the remains of the dead. It wants you. This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time, there's no telling how far it could go.
Why me? Gee, I wonder, could it be that you're a descender?
No one knows. All I know for certain is this. Getting back what you lost will not be easy. Considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by now at least. But that's not the real concern. Souls are fragile things, and yours could easily be crushed if you go up against it.
So you're gonna help us, right?
No, Paimon, you'll have to solo it.
We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to uncovering this thing's true identity.
Well, great! You seem super strong, and you know a lot about the Abyss, so Paimon will take it.
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You don't want to be in my debt, trust me. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction, that's all. You would do well to remember that. Now, come along.
Casual abyss portal. Okay, let's go in.
Yeesh. You'd think she'd be a little friendlier since she's agreed to help us. But nope, she's just like when we met her in the primordial sea. So cold.
And that's why she's cryo.
Well, whatever. If that's how it's gonna be, then she doesn't deserve our friendship. What she does deserve is a super embarrassing nickname.
Oh, the portal's closing, Paimon.
Paimon's got it. Frosty the Lavender Melon. Serves that ice queen right.
Lavender Melon is already a nickname that's in use. You cannot use it.
Anyway, the important thing is that we get that piece of your soul back. So, let's follow her and see what sort of plan she's got.
Oh, she's right here. Easy. Okay. Anything cool around here to interact with? Because I generally forget to do that every time. Where the god remains at? Where's Zhao at? He's supposed to monitor these kinds of situations. Alright. Looks like we're clear. Dang, you can't even see this thing. Oh, it's like here. It's an object that can only see from one side. Door of Resurrection.
Whoa! This place is way bigger than Paimon expected. Where are we?
Hell.
This is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here. It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place.
Okay, does it go backwards?
I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months. In that time, only 3 days passed in the outside world.
Oh man, any lore not knowers have no idea who Ajax is. I wonder if Paimon knows or if she's about to ask. Just for those players.
Ajax?
Okay, never mind. She already knew.
Right!
But she
That's
is going to
Child's
reiterate it.
real name. Yeah, Paimon remembers him mentioning something like that. So, a month here is equivalent to 1 day in the outside world? That should mean we're safe from that power-hungry soul snatcher for now, right?
No, because it's probably here. A month here, 1 day. So if she lives here, that probably means she's like millions of years old. I mean, not necessarily millions, but, you know, a lot.
Well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. In the outside world, the Traveler could be attacked at any moment. But coming here has bought us quite a bit of time. Now, we just need to figure out how to investigate that place you saw. The one full of fog.
LA in the 90s?
Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space having some connection to the Abyss. It could even be a domain similar to this one. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. But the Abyss is a chaotic and turbulent place. If we want to pinpoint their location, we need to see what that space looks like without the fog. Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Have you ever wielded abyssal power before?
Probably, we just don't remember.
Okay. Do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the Abyss is something sinister, and that abyssal power is a wild and dangerous force that always spells disaster.
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective.
Yeah.
Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, what was once a calamity is now just another tool in your arsenal.
Yeah, if you want to kill countless people, I guess.
I'll respect your opinion, though. Just means we have to turn to the second best option. A little abyss crystal that contains my power. Wear it on your head, and we'll be able to perform dream mirroring when we fall asleep.
Dream mirroring?
Yeah, it's like screen stream mirroring on a cell phone to stream cell phone games or okay, whatever.
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Everything they see, think, and feel.
Why am I upside down? Whoa.
Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power and have no plans to jump in the deep end right now, I'll have to do the investigating
now.
for you. With dream mirroring, every time you slip into a deep sleep, I'll see with my own eyes whatever scene plays out in your mind. Then, I can guide you through the dream environment, and we'll take back what was stolen from you.
Huh. You make it sound so simple.
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. Even assuming we do manage to find where this entity is hiding. Like I said, getting your soul fragment back won't be easy. To play it safe, I need to give you some special training first.
Wait, you're gonna teach her some of your martial arts?
What a weird song that's playing.
Does that mean the next time we see Child, we have to treat him like our senior?
No, we just won't tell him.
Do as you want. For my part, I don't see you as my disciples.
You literally called him your disciple in the Fontaine quest.
You're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your current skills and train you for the specific scenarios that I think we might face.
Okay.
But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient here, but that's no excuse to waste it.
Oh, she moves fast. Paimon can hardly keep up with her. So, special training, huh? Kind of a rare opportunity. With your skills, there's not a lot of people qualified to train you. last time something like this happened was probably anti-Raiden Shogun training, right? Oh, feels like a lifetime ago.
True, and we failed the hell out of it, and it had literally nothing to do with the actual fight.
Skirk seems pretty strong too, though. Remember how she said that the all-devouring narwhal was just her master's pet? Maybe we really will learn something here.
Well, we're a Descender, and she's not, so, rip bozo. What up, Jade? Where'd my team at?
Ready?
Okay.
Bring it on!
Alright, Paimon, go get her.
Your training will be split into 3 stages. Testing your blade work, elemental abilities, and reasoning skills. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie in this area, so I won't bore you with the basics. During your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talented sword fighters. Consciously or not, you will have picked up all kinds of techniques from them.
You bet! There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuching. Oh, and Kazuha, Ayaka. Yeah, we've met sword masters like you in every nation we've been through.
Yeah, get compared to Ayaka.
You
Owned.
sparred with a bunch of them too, right? Nice to know it's all gonna come in handy now.
Don't get too smug. In
And,
sword fighting,
you know,
techniques alone are not enough. You need a cohesive system to bring it all together. A style or school of fighting.
you say so.
To use the human body as an analogy, your style is your skeleton, the foundation, the framework. Techniques are the muscles and other flesh attached to the bones. This is where your strength comes from.
Does this analogy incorporate the fact that your limbs are manifestations of the abyss?
Improving your sword fighting
And you don't have
is
muscles
like growing that
or
body.
bones in them?
If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle mass, you'd be weak and flimsy. Then again, if you packed on pounds of flesh without a big enough frame to support it, you'd end up bloated and unwieldy.
Dang. So you can just get taller? Somebody tell Shao.
You need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experiences and figure out which parts of what you've learned are just techniques, and which parts can be used to form your own system of blade work. Only then will you get the full utility out of all your thoughts and observations along the way. Only then will every strike you deliver make perfect sense.
Wait, is that it?
Yeah, probably.
Paimon thought you were gonna teach her some cool new moves. Like when you went swoosh and opened a tunnel to another place.
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even that's as basic a trick as any other.
Yeah, it's probably also
Right
abyssal
now,
power, which
our
we
sword
literally
styles
said that
are
we
so
didn't want.
wildly different that teaching you mere techniques is pointless. There are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. Failure is your best teacher.
Yeah, the
and
biggest difference
rigor
between
is
their
your
styles is
coursework.
Skirk uses normal attacks and Traveler just presses E and Q.
That's all I have to say.
Big difference.
Time to make a start. Train until you're satisfied with yourself. Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
Why am I half dead? 15 seconds. Oh no! Oh man, now it's on cooldown.
This is making Paimon's head spin.
Alright, if I do
Hang in there,
this.
Traveler!
Yeah. Holy owned. Does it blow up again? Or I don't know how this works. I never played this character. Alright. We're 1/3 of 1/3 of the way there. Or something. 1/10 of 1/3. Oh, nice. Nice. Easy, honestly. Owned. Wow, thanks, auto-targeting.
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
The dashes, they're slowing down my stamina. Thanks, auto-targeting. For nothing. Prototype Rancor? Whoa! Too bad you didn't unlock a better sword.
This moment will be frozen in time.
We don't have cryo yet. Wait, was that the new Ka-Ching voice actor? Couldn't even tell.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? What's their guiding philosophy? What's their state of mind as they maneuver their weapon? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength, over and over, until your hand is one with your mind. This is the only path to true growth.
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
Yeah, neither of those two use their sword. Or him. He just presses the N-Q. Wait, that's not voiced. Good. I see eternity go by in an instant, the autumns of many years from a single leaf. Thus I shall slice this maple leaf in a flash and ask a question of the ages. Combat roll. Alright, when's its Paimon turn? Or when, whatever. Okay, she's not even paying attention.
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop.
Or was she reading a book about Yaimiko?
Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body. Wield it just as you wield your arms, hands, and fingers.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Ring cutter!
I mean, I guess he uses his sword in his
Feathers
E.
fleeting wet. The white heron
She uses her
treads
sword.
water. A sight without flaw.
Well, so far the new Paimon's alright.
Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Oh, I want to Ayaka burst. So far she hasn't had to do any, like, difficult scenes.
Huh. Looks like you've made some real progress.
Hello.
That concludes your training session.
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
Oh, you woke up just in time.
How do you feel?
Ugh.
As you should be. Time flies when you're training hard. You've actually been going for several days now with no rest.
Based.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps. But you were so focused, she didn't want to interrupt you.
Well, now it's your turn.
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon. Let's hope you see that foggy place in your dream, so I can get this investigation over and done with.
Will it work in the abyss? Eh.
Sometimes you have to practice a single movement 1,000,000, maybe 10,000,000 times before the breakthrough moment comes. Nothing in the outside world can help you in this process.
Damn,
The
she's
most
tall.
important thing is to remain patient.
She's the medium model, too. But she is wearing higher heels. Quote-unquote wearing. Her legs aren't even real. Wait, that means she's just cheating. You're not really tall. You just artificially made your legs longer. Cheater. Ah. Oh, a campfire in the abyss. Nice. With a random sack. 2 random sacks. 3 random sacks. And crates. And a pot. Alright. Why is this barrel back here? Why are these back here? I'm suspicious. Those are going to come into play later in the quest, I know it. Oh no, it's the Akasha all over again. Sleep and the Akasha. A bad combination. What is this place? You ask that every time. That means she's streaming the same thing. Oh, hey. It's a Giga Sealy. Oh, okay.
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked about this.
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a boring old man. I don't like going to his classes.
Excuse me. You shouldn't talk about your teacher like that. It's very disrespectful.
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's learned what she needs. There's no point forcing her to sit through more classes if she doesn't want to be there.
Hey, yo, imagine if school worked like that in real life.
But I'd still love to hear about what you got up to yesterday. Why don't you tell your dad all about it?
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. It looked kind of dumb, though, with that stupid big fat head. I tried to shake its fin, but it just spat water at me. Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this giant bird there that can spit fire. I bet if I climbed on its back, it could fly me all the way to the stars.
Maybe.
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too. Otherwise, how are you going to hear me call you for dinner up there in the stars?
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own, Zilly. Anyway, gotta go. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
And that was the last time she ever saw them.
Wait! Put on a coat at least. You'll catch a cold. I'm talking to you, young lady.
Oh no, that's why she's cryo.
You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she practically lives outside. Always going on about exploring the beyond one day, whatever that means.
Merchant spaceship.
Ah, let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides, we both know you're all bark and no bite. Come on, our little adventurer is gonna be hungry when she gets back. Let's get started on dinner.
I'm out. Out of what? The weather's wonderful today. Yeah, yes, I love the fog. Whoa.
The stars shimmer high above. But what lies beyond the stars?
More stars.
Mountains as far as the eye can see? An endless snowy plain? Or maybe buildings taller than the sky, like the people from the merchant ship said.
Merchant spaceship confirmed.
Can't be the only one asking these questions. The universe is fascinating. If only I could meet some other people like me. We could set sail together and explore every corner of the world. I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all. But for now, I'm starving. Better get back.
That didn't take long. Huh, what's over there? Don't go that way. It's the abyss. Oh.
Don't let a single one of them get away!
Told you.
No, please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming!
Run!
Help!
Eliminate the threat.
Take them down.
Don't be
Take
scared.
him down.
Help!
This way!
We'll never make it! Fire. There's fire everywhere. What happened?
Oh, maybe you shouldn't walk directly there.
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders.
Darn spacemen.
Why are you doing this? What did we do to deserve this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink, showed you the best our home has to offer, gifted you cloth dyed by our own hands. And this is how you treat us?
Run! Save yourselves!
They didn't like the clothes.
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2 surrounded.
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from upper command. No one is to be left alive.
Rest assured, sir. We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages and burn their entire civilization to the ground.
Damn, he's so callous.
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife, correct? What's their status?
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting. They're holed up in their home for now, but they won't last long.
Ankles. Why didn't you just shoot him in like a fatal organ? Or vital organ. A fatal shot to the vital, whatever.
To prevent them from making some kind of last stand, we're planning to clear out the other zones first so we can send a bigger squadron to surround them.
Damn, a whole squadron for 2 people? You guys suck.
Well, well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their claws. Now the threat these savages pose will be undeniable. Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a little longer. Once the other zones are cleared, I'll cut off their heads myself.
Dang, those guys are so callous. That looks like something's burning. Yeah, that's people. What's going on? Burning people.
Dad? Mom?
Skirk, you're all right? Thank heavens.
Yeah, it might be better if she didn't come back here, though, so, don't thank too many heavens.
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go. It isn't safe here. They'll be back any second.
What
This is the place. Alert all units. Prepare to surround.
Run,
Oh,
Skirk!
too late.
Run as far away as you can. Don't trust anyone.
And then she never trusted anyone again.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive. My clever girl, so curious. You're already so brave. I know you're going to grow up to be such a positive light in this world.
Whenever you miss us, just play this song.
What's the song?
Remember, life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
Do they have time to listen to a whole song right now?
Break down the door! Look what we have here. A savage that can pluck a tune. Well, the show's over. You! Stop singing! Shut it! I said shut it or I'll make you! Fine. Have it your way!
Why are you pretending like you weren't going to make him anyway, huh? What was that? That movie sucked. Oh man, I wonder if my stream's gonna get copy striked like everyone else.
Oh, you're awake?
True.
I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. Now, time for the second stage of your training.
Well, it seems like she wasn't even asleep. So, like, how was that her dream?
This time, the focus is elemental energy. Come find me when you're ready to begin.
Wait, so did she do the thing where she goes into our dream and does the stuff? Because she didn't indicate anything to that effect. Special training. Dang, she's tall still.
Man, staying in the abyss
Yep.
is so
Poor Skirk
surreal,
indeed.
don't you think?
With a backstory like that, she should have been Animo.
No day and no night? It's like time hardly exists. If we weren't careful to keep track, it feels like we'd have no idea how long we've even been here. Well, except for the fact that Paimon still gets hungry like clockwork. You go do your training. Paimon's gonna grab a bite.
The way I see it, the pursuit of power is divided into 3 stages. The first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to harness natural energy. And after that, you're free to challenge even higher dimensions.
Where's the part where it corrupts?
The natural energy of Teyvat is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not my area of expertise. I draw from a different source of power.
That
Abyssal
must
power,
mean...
yes. Also known as the power of the Void Realm. My master, Sir Logi, is a true expert in that area. After all, he was one of the group of 5 that infamously stole the all-encompassing power of the Abyss. An act for which the people of Conria gave them the epithet, the 5 Sinners.
Yeah, we actually already learned that. So, sorry, your big reveal kind of got spoiled by Dainsleif.
The elemental energy of Teyvat, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm. These 2 forms of energy exist in direct opposition to each other. Suffice to say, there's not much I can teach you this time.
Hey, yo, we get to ask her about the cryo. You know, the night, what was her? Lord of the Night? She was going to tell us about the light realm, but then she was like, nah, I don't want to.
A keen observation, traveler. Call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So, to make my life easier, I disguise my power to make it appear cryo-like in nature. It's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the Seven Shifting Serpent. If you ever change your mind about delving into abyssal power, I can teach it to you.
Oh. Nod Cry Traveler. Confirmed. Maybe. We're either not going to get a Traveler in Nod Cry because it's not one of the 7 elements, or they'll make a Nod Cry Traveler that can use that the same way that a Natlan Traveler can use Night Soul. Also, glossing over the fact that if it's fake cryo, then technically it wouldn't react with the real elements. But, yeah, we're going to gloss over that.
So I've heard. You seem to have a knack for removing abyssal power.
Dang, hope I don't use it on you and get your arms and legs taken away.
But is purification really what's going on there? Like I said, power does not simply disappear.
Oh yeah, we're absorbing it. Like in that ritual where they were going to absorb infinite abyssal power into the quote-unquote twin.
Just thinking out loud. Let's focus on your elemental training. That's what's going to help us if the situation gets tricky. True growth comes from adversity, but only if you make the choice to pick yourself up again every time you fall. So, it's time to push yourself to the limit, and then keep pushing. This is the only way to advance at pace.
Yeah, buffs are a bit much to hope for, but who knows?
Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can.
Oh, they let me be Animo. Do I need to light the torches, or are the torches just there so that if I kill the pyro guys, I have another source? I don't know. No, I don't have any electro. Hey, yo, y'all want to get...
Prepare to be blown away.
Boy, I love it when they fly away. Okay, well, that was a waste. But I got this. Haha. My master plan. Can y'all group up? Alright, there we go. This guy has entirely too much health.
Windblade.
Hydro has a higher absorption priority than Electro.
Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
Yeah, like these torches. Wait. Oh, it's freaking Animo Traveler. Pyro is supposed to have the highest absorption priority, but Animo Traveler is literally the only character in the game, other than like one more that I forgot, where Cryo is actually the highest absorption priority. So they kind of screw up their test. I wonder if the devs know that or if they forgot, because it makes this significantly more annoying. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, nope, nope, didn't work. Alright, let's try this. There we go.
Windblade.
Okay, why didn't it absorb Pyro? Okay, there we go. Boy, I love the move where they go into the air and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, why did that absorb Electro? Pyro is always higher than Electro.
Windblade.
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes.
Do I have to use Pyro or Hydro Traveler? Alright, where's the other spikes? It's just 3.
Water jet!
Okay. Water jet!
Faster! Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that.
I mean, they're stationary. I don't think they're going to strike me. Where are they?
Go!
Water jet! I'm never let, everybody! Look! I'm never let!
Go! Go!
Oh, they're gonna shoot me. Well, good thing I have a shield. Bozo.
Go!
Hydro Traveler OP. Different elemental abilities in different lands. Yeah, we know. We know, game. We know you've never used them all at once.
You need to understand what makes you special.
Yeah, I imagine with a controller.
The ability to wield elemental energy without a vision and switch between the elements at will.
Wait, is that... Yeah, I mean, being a Descender is probably the bigger thing that makes her special, but...
It means your aspirations need no approval from the gods. Your power is not bound by the rules of this world.
Yeah, because I'm a Descender. I don't come from the world.
So be bold. Do not be afraid to chart your own path.
Yeah, buff yourself. Yeah, let's bait out the idea that you can use all 7 elements at once and then not have it. The voices. Wait, what voices? Hello to an old friend. Traveler old friends with the Heavenly Principles confirmed.
Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements. Long enough for you to lose yourself in your training, which is a good sign. Relentless practice with the elements has drained all your strength, but it's also what allowed you to make progress. Get some rest. When you wake up, we'll proceed to the final stage of your training.
Okay. Hey, what's up?
If you wish to master the elements at a fundamental level, you must see the entire natural world. Nature in all its places and forms. That is part of what it means to be a traveler.
Traveled this. Don't you tell me how to be a traveler. It's literally my name, kind of. Oh, I'm back to being almost dead. Yeah, I stopped playing Wu-Wo a long time ago. I guess not a long time ago. Like 2.1. When I got bored with it. Oh, anything else? Is the barrel in the crate still here? Yeah, I see ya. I got this goofy music playing. The Abyss theme song is actually dance music. This place again. Oh, I have to live through another just horrifying story. Strange creature. Who are you? I am the demon of horrible experiences. I make you live through them. Just floated away. He said no and left.
What is the secret to power?
Yo, Sartologi voiced.
Longing, hatred, self-preservation. No. It is fear.
Making other people fear.
The fear of losing those you love. The fear of watching your home burn. Fear of loneliness. Fear of death. Fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt to their environment and overcome hardship. It is in the process of prevailing over our fears that we surpassed first ourselves and then the rest of the world. That fear is now part of you. It calls on you to evolve. And it is time to answer.
Evolve from a weird little floaty thingy into an actual person. Ow, it hurts. Brutal.
Any minute spent missing home is a minute wasted. Practice your sword work instead. Do not make me tell you twice.
But, Master, I can barely lift the sword anymore. If I keep going, I feel like my wrist is going to break.
Sounds like your wrist is betraying you. Remove it.
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks. I want to hear the cracking and splintering of bone. After all, bones can always be reset.
Oh, brutal. I can't breathe. Wow, topical. As of, I don't know, 5 years ago, but everything's gone black. Yep. Continuing to be topical. As of 5 years ago.
Skirk. Once again, you survived. How do you feel?
Cold. Oh, cryo confirmed.
Pain.
These are signs that you are adapting to the abyss. Each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed, each time you claw back from the brink of death, you become stronger.
She's a Saiyan, also confirmed.
I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. Your potential goes beyond even what I could have anticipated.
He literally is a Saiyan. And those purple guys before were Frieza's army. I see what you're doing, Genshin.
But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your training. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form. Get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your face. Cut away the rotten parts of your flesh. And mend what is broken. Then take up your sword.
Yes, Master.
Brutal. She came from the planet Vegeta. That much we've surmised.
You're up! Hopefully you got some good rest. Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the final stage of your training whenever you are. So, want to head over now? Or did you want to wait a little?
We seem to be handling the training way better than she did. What I think. The abyssal dance music. She was about to yawn. I had to stop her.
From your training so far, you have gained better command of the sword, and more control over your elemental abilities.
And I bet we won't retain it.
That's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Your journey, the friends you have made, the dangers you have faced. These have taught you more than I ever could.
Although I've heard that you actually do get a stat buff from this. That's like basically negligible, but it's just enough to screw up anybody who made an online stat calculator for damage and whatnot, and actually wants the Traveler's stats to be accurate. Owned.
Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. You must be able to think rationally, even in unpredictable combat situations. To simulate this, I'm going to attack, and you're going to block. Ready?
Maybe?
Not bad. That defensive stance looks near unbreakable. Just like your brother. Oh, that reminds me. You still don't know what happened to him, do you?
When? Oh, it's just bait tactic. Okay. She's very obviously just baiting you to get distracted and then attack. Yeah. Uh-huh. What a scrub. Fallen for the oldest trick in the book.
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want. But only if you live to tell the tale. The dead don't get to complain. Strong emotions will always arise in combat. Anxiety, anger, fear. But a true warrior is never at their whim. Only when you are free from the influence of emotion can you make the right choice, no matter the situation. How amusing. Almost sounds like you think you know me.
Damn. Let's bring up her parents and then attack her.
You can choose your own path. We are not the same. Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion. Make the most rational and advantageous decision in any given moment. This is your final training session. Look alive.
Okay.
Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus.
One of those red things going to be on me at some point? Didn't really interfere very much. Oh, Jesus! I'm going to tank it. Yeah, easy. Rude. Oh no, good thing I've got health. Thanks, auto-targeting. Oh, those ones just appeared in front of me. Wait, did that hit me? It didn't look like it did damage.
Not bad. Better than I expected.
Not easy to control my emotions. Okay. I feel like the Traveler should know this.
The first step to controlling your emotions is controlling your mind. You want a unified train of thought. It all comes down to focus.
Whoa. Pretty far from having full control. Well, generally that's a good thing.
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your training. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion, crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form.
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, and I can tell your mind has wandered. That's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can concentrate on one thing. Staying calm and focused sounds simple in theory, but in practice, it's more demanding than sword work or elemental abilities.
Unless you have ADHD, then the rules change.
Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead on your feet. Like I said at the beginning, the only goal of this training is for you to reach a point that you're satisfied with. You managed to push past your limits, which is a good start. You can be proud of that and sleep well knowing that you've earned it.
Does that might get my stat buff now, or? Yo, poggers! 5 Prima Gems. Is that enough to, oh, I've already had enough. Alright, here we go. Getting Skirk's weapon right here, right now. Alright, nobody asked. Go away. Alright, what did you have to say for yourself? Try to get your weapon.
Warriors will train day and night to perfect their skills. But when the battle comes, their fate may be decided in a matter of minutes. One mistake, one moment of hesitation, and just like that, all their blood, sweat, and tears were for nothing. You need to push yourself to perfection, or you might not even live to regret it.
Rip. Purple. Back to my original health total. Aha. I'm gonna sneak up on this rest spot. The campfire never saw me coming. Where'd the back of the tent go? Oh, the techno dance music for training started up again. What do we got? I was half expecting the test to be like, she was showing this on purpose to see if we would actually like try to throw it in her face mid-combat as like the final test of being a cruel and emotionless fighter. Let's look around. Hello.
Skirk is amazing. She faced down that terrifying giant and cut its head clean off.
Disciple.
Oh, she got hurt though, didn't she? I heard it was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, that's a given. But the moment she was on the mend, she got right back to practicing her sword work. I heard Master suffered a grave injury once too. Lost an arm and a leg and still came back stronger than ever. Skirk's becoming more like him by the day.
Incredible.
You won't.
I wonder if I'll ever reach their level. They're always so resolute, so unshakable.
I responded to her before she finished her voice line, my bad. You won't. Because my prediction is that one of their tests is going to be all killing each other, because that always happens. Literally Arlecchino's backstory.
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Kill that guy. Then see what he thinks.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world?
Whoa.
Do you even even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies
All of
were
you.
left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
Damn, that's rude.
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole universe, and get answers from the stars. I just need to wait till I'm grown up. Then I can do anything.
You grown up yet?
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past and become someone stronger.
Run, Skirk, run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running, and don't ever look back.
What, you mean like run from Sertology, or run like from the past, or? Oh, I guess she's taking it literally. Now it's me. Hey, yo, dinner time. Poggers.
Let's see here. First things first, you need a new identity. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How about saying you hail from beneath the earth instead?
Now, under what circumstance did this meeting take place? Did she get away from Sertology, or is this before that or during that?
As the Conrian saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same in that both are braving the dark unknown.
So the Conrians did that stuff? Interesting.
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet, so I'll follow the rules.
Ah, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice in return, although it might not be what you want to hear. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment for yourself every once in a while is never a bad idea. Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can no longer hear her voice.
Is her the Voyager? My immediate assumption is that she's talking about the Voyager. Because that finale of the Deep Galleys artifact set talks about how Skirk is looking for the Voyager. But I guess they're not going to tell us. Where's Paimon? Skirk ate her. Well, hope it tasted good.
You're awake!
Oh, never mind.
You must be starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue feast just for you!
I am a little hungry, just like in real life.
Of course you are! That's why Skirk and Paimon got this all ready for you. Dig in, before it gets cold.
So you're best friends now? Yeah, it turns out they were always best friends. Paimon identity confirmed. Oh wait, no, at the start I already said Paimon and Skirk are the same person, just like in a different timeline. I'm sticking with it. So yeah, they're best friends because they're the same person.
Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirk can cook. So, Paimon decided she can forgive the whole Ice Queen thing. Paimon's not one to hold a grudge.
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat until after the meal.
Quick work.
So full.
Dang, they really pressed R and then rotated her slightly mid-animation, huh?
Okay, it's Paimon's turn to sleep now. Wake her up when it's time to go.
Oh.
I have good news.
Oh. Paimon killed off-screen. Rip.
First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it into practice. Continue to learn from your journey and hone your skills against formidable opponents. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, you just need to retrieve the missing part of your soul, and our business will be concluded.
Faster than I expected. I honestly was a bit slower than I expected, to be honest.
When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. So I allowed him to ask me 3 of them before he left.
Yeah, he left. Is that what we're calling it?
You and I may never meet again, Traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask me, now's your opportunity. Just like Ajax, I'll answer 3 of your questions.
I'm gonna ask 4, and then we're gonna see how you handle that. We already know she's not. Or maybe Traveler doesn't. Whatever.
Okay, not the angle I was expecting. What makes you ask that?
Oh, you asked me something. That means I get a bonus question. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier, but while we were dream mirroring, I think I saw your memories. Dang. See, you should have used that in combat. You failed the final test. That's what she's about to tell you. She's like, look, you should have said that in the middle of combat. You failed. Bozo.
I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind to you for that exact reason.
Well.
Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but endless darkness.
Wow, brutal.
Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Due to some recent circumstances, my self-control has been lacking as of late.
You go through your own training again.
Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. All I ask is that you keep it a secret. No, I'm not from Tevat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars. A lot like you in some ways.
Soft spot touched.
No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me, I'm just passing through.
Rip.
Several hundred years ago, my master, Sertologi, opened the border between worlds and sent me here.
Well, several is a nebulous term, so we still don't actually know how many. Most people, when they say several, would mean somewhere between 5 and 10. But who knows with translation?
But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of space. So, there you have it. On to your second question.
Oh, I don't want to ask anything else. I don't really care. Alright, what's your goal in coming here?
Stronger.
Oh, is
For
that it?
certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength.
Spoilers, it's the Abyss. Or maybe you're saying you want to understand the Abyss. Which,
To do that,
I guess that makes sense.
I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked. And somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him. That is my sole focus and purpose.
Alright, well, he had the Traveler's twin. It was in a ritual to absorb infinite and abyssal power, and then him and his 4 buddies interfered and stole it all. So you gotta do that.
Okay. You have one question remaining.
Are we gonna ask about the certain reasons? Yo, she doesn't have a choice. We get a question. We can ask whatever we want.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss.
Are we really going to ask a question on his behalf?
But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
All right.
Well, your last question?
You know Child is looking for you, right? Are you going to let him see you? No. Question's over.
Ajax.
Bozo.
His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me, you'd already encountered many formidable people, studied their techniques, and developed your own skill set. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. A complete blank canvas. Children can't help but imitate their role models. In the long run, that would only hinder his growth. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Until then, let that motivate him to reach his full potential.
Well, I don't own Child, so I can't force you to meet him sooner. Completely silent. Oh, yeah. That's what I was saying. He's gotta be like tens of thousands of years old, technically.
Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it.
Oh yeah, here comes the fourth question. We're gonna hit her with it and be like, yeah. What? Yo, ask a fourth. Cold hard facts, cryo. Again confirmed.
Wake up your companion. It's time to go.
Oh, she was only asleep for like 20 minutes. Jesus.
Oh, and everything I just told you. Best keep it a secret from her as well.
Okay.
Time to go. Oh, finally.
Hey, yo.
Where are we headed?
Just follow me. I'll open an abyssal rift close
Dancing
to
is
the culprit's
forbidden.
Location. It'll take us to where he's hiding.
Oh, I should have used another character first so that she could trigger void rifts. Oh well. But if I use another character, they'll just do all of the killing for me. Case in point. Alright, should I be walking? Or, okay, no, I should not be walking. The chasm, huh? Alright. Is this one of those spots that's like really annoying to get to? I guess I'll try this. Oh man, if only I had a Natlin person in my party. But then that would break the sanctity of my Skirk team. Look at these dudes. Now, Shenhe is supposed to be technically her best support, but I wonder if you factor in everything, swap her to Calamity of Eshu, and put Dahlia on the team for Hydro Resonance so that Farina does more damage. I feel like the team as a whole do more damage than with Shenhe.
This is near the chasm, right?
Rip Shenhe.
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place from your dream.
Okay.
You have some experience with abyssal domains by now, but still, this is someone else's territory. Best to proceed with caution.
Don't worry. Paimon's an expert at hiding behind other people for safety. Oh,
Okay.
but, that means you need to stay safe, traveler.
Let's teach this godlike being a lesson.
All right. Remember your training. Time to put it to use.
We're near the chasm. Does this mean it has something to do with the thing that was in the chasm? In Perilous Trails? Oh, they made a bridge for us. How nice. Oh, yo, it's the dance music again. Poggers! The Abyss theme song. It's actually upbeat, soft techno. Hey. Let me use this horrible ability. Alright, at some point I'll practice like an actual Skirk rotation, but at the moment, I don't want to think about it. I just want to click my buttons. Yeah! Haha! You cannot withstand the might of Hydro Traveler. What are you doing with that? Can Hydro Traveler even use these, or... Oh, you can pick them up. Okay. What is her burst playstyle? Maybe at some point I'll press that and find out. Oh, num-nums. The Abyssal Corridor. Wow, this is rude as hell. It's fine, I got a shield.
Paimon's just gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this.
Shielded. Owned. Loser. Dealt myself more damage than they did. Let's use this dumb thing.
Extinguish! Mine to wield. Hey, what are you two doing here?
Research. Oh, you're gonna get it.
Abandoned house.
Oh, you're in trouble now. Oh, never mind. That's fine. Oh, it's over for you. Hydro Traveler is here. Alright.
Annihilate.
Got 1 second of travel time out of that. Wow, great shot, idiot. Oh no. Who's next?
Oh, looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his hiding place? Ugh, this fog is making it impossible to see anything.
This should be the place where you were attacked, Traveler. The missing part of your soul should be nearby. Can you sense where it is?
It's Paimon!
Our opponent must have covered his tracks just in case. Otherwise, you should have sensed it much more strongly.
Bro, I literally just walked to one direction and then these things all miss.
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some wiggle room so we can see what we're dealing with. If you're too reckless, we might be playing right into his hands. Our enemy took part of your soul for a reason. It's likely he integrated it into his attack somehow. If we're smart about this, we can track it down.
Evade that. Hey, rude. Owned. Whoa, whoa. What do we got? Cutscene. Oh no. Time to walk left.
From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see.
Don't. Not so tough now. Saved. Now you owe me a fourth question. You alright? That thing was... Hey, yo, thanks. I always wanted one of those.
There. I got it back.
Okay.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got...
In the Gwali Plains, you asked me why this enemy chose you as his target. Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength is impressive. It's also because of your ability to, as you put it, purify abyssal power. Whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to do something that should have been completely impossible. Namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No, he couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of its power. I doubt he expected it to come in handy so soon.
Dang, so you really did play right into his
Call it
hands.
fate, if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this world for arbitrary coincidences like this. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, it gave me the chance to get back what you lost. I'll cope.
Based.
Well, done gorging? Good. Time to answer some questions. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
Stole it.
The all-devouring narwhal? Oh, of course! Paimon knew that spike thing looked familiar. It looks just like that narwhal's horn!
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own strength. Tell me I'm wrong. You're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. That alone proves you wouldn't be able to defeat a creature like that. Which leaves one possibility. You know my master, the Foul, Sertologi.
The Foul?
Yo, he don't like that guy.
Dares call him Foul?
Is it like, is foul supposed to be like a good thing, or?
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew? You're struggling to hold a basic conversation.
Just a little longer. I'm still...
Bro, too much information, okay?
Look, it's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit.
Oh, true.
Keep calm and use reason to decide the best course of action.
Alright, let me do some math real quick.
Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after a single battle. You've got your soul fragment back, so we both got what we came for. Let the enemy draw breath while he can. It won't be for long. Get us out of here, traveler. You'll need to lead the way this time.
Yeah, I actually don't know how. Wow, rude.
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor.
I'm gonna dodge these.
You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Hydra Traveler not powerful enough.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run!
Yo, do they do collateral damage to those guys? That'd be pretty cool. Oh. No matter.
Watch out! Looks like this place is about to collapse!
But I'm out of stamina. The greatest mechanic in every video game.
So, this guy's power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place. But
Oh, cut
suspicions
off.
only get you.
Should have talked faster.
Phew. Oh, we should be safe here, right?
Maybe.
I no longer sense his presence. Can't have followed us out of that abyssal domain. Weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place until he's managed to digest it. You seem surprised.
What is
suppose that's
all
fair.
devouring?
You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw could swallow a planet whole. It's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason.
That's what I'm saying.
Devouring is what it does best. It can extract power from anything, dead or alive, as long as it manages to make physical contact.
Yeah. When we had our run-in with that thing, Neverlet mentioned that it has an instinct to devour.
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state, so it was somewhat less aggressive than usual. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. That's when its true voracious nature kicks in. It could devour everything on the planet in that state, which is why I cast it into that void space. But I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, that says he must have encountered the whale a long time ago. Meaning, he must have known my master. Exactly.
A Conrian.
Everything I needed to know. Hence why I said we both got what we came for. And I believe that brings our transaction to an end. Now that you're whole again, you can get back to your own journey. I'll handle the rest of this situation myself.
Okay, see ya.
No way! We can't leave now! Something was stolen from you because of us! We have to help you get it back!
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up again and become stronger. That's how it is.
But what if that monster finds you before you're all better? Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open a door to the abyss again. Not without your full strength.
Guess you have to come back to my place.
So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this.
What is it?
Ooh, a piece of candy.
A bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I know that much. I'll leave the planning to you. Hurry up and decide where to go. We shouldn't linger.
Yo, I got a perfectly good teapot.
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. But where?
Double Skirk.
Paimon gets the feeling
Wait, am I
Skirk
taller
wouldn't
than
like being around
other
a lot
Skirk?
of people. Oh wait! Baishu said we could rest in the back room of the pharmacy, didn't he? Let's head there!
Almost looks like this model is taller than that one. Maybe the footing is uneven? I don't know, maybe it's just imagining it. Alright, I'm actually going to go to the bathroom, so we're going to leave with double Skirk on the screen. Left control H. Alright, there you go. Double Skirk. Baby. Mind peek. You know, one thing I noticed when using photo mode to get footage for videos or just screenshots is that if you use mouse and keyboard to hide UI, then it just leaves this show UI thing on the screen the whole time. But if you use a controller to hide the UI, then it doesn't put any dumb stuff on the screen. So you actually get, or this X either. So you actually get an uncluttered, fully UI if you use a controller to take photo mode videos. But alas. Sounds like there's yard work outside, so good luck with that. Hey.
He'll know something about Master. I'm sure of it. Next time, I need to be ready.
Yeah, comment the outfit.
Oh, this. It's a star crystal suit. Abyssal energy is scarce in Teyvat. Wearing this helps me access it more freely.
Is that the excuse?
It stores concentrated abyssal energy that I can draw from on the go. When the energy runs out, it reverts back to its original form.
Must not store very much, if you know what I'm saying.
Fine. It was just a scratch. It'll take time to recover my strength, of course. But adapting to situations like this is nothing new for me.
Lettuce, go.
Found somewhere to rest. Well, lead the way then.
Alright, apparently we're going to a Boob Ooh Pharmacy. Hey. That one looks different than mine. Is that her original outfit from the first cutscene we met her in? Yeah, because it's not the same as her E. Oh, I do believe it is called Boob Ooh Pharmacy. Enunciation. Notwithstanding.
Merciless.
Alright, we went forward fast for 3 seconds. 3 more seconds, let's do it. Wowie! I don't even know if that was 3 seconds. Enter the back rooms. Wait, what?
Huh. This bag from Skirk has a ton of Mora in it.
It's Abyssal Mora.
Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? It would go something like...
It would go something like she steals a ton of money and then nobody can remember who did it because they don't remember her.
I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, who are you? Have we met? Huh. Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did she do to get all this Mora?
Stole it.
Ugh. Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble. Nothing untoward. It's safe to use.
Ah! You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss. I wouldn't be surprised if the sound of it traveled to the nearest mountaintop.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's little, joke earlier?
A yoke? Yeah. Well, Skirk's personal damage, if you use another cryo support, shouldn't be too much worse. Maybe. But then you're missing out on Escoffier's insane damage, so the team itself deals way less damage. Because Escoffier is super OP.
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
Well, she was in the abyss when she said that.
totally misspoke just now. She didn't say that at all. It was, a Paimon lookalike.
Paimon lookalike confirmed.
She's a piece of work, that one. Always impersonating Paimon and giving people weird nicknames.
2 Paimons, confirmed.
Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much at the start. But things are different now. You helped the Traveler in a big way, so... What do you say? Friends?
Oh man, what's she gonna say to that?
Ugh. I noticed there was only one.
Nothing?
bed.
Okay.
Go ahead and get some rest.
I mean, just because there's one bed doesn't mean you both can't get some rest.
Wait, what about you?
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest.
Oh,
I'm going
well,
to
why did we
practice
come
my
here?
sword work. That should help me regain some strength.
Yeah, the problem with the reference to old VA theory is that the game is in 3 languages and they don't give a crap about the English one. Which is part of the reason why they've had so many problems with mute, because they don't really care that much. So, unless it was that line is only present in the English translation, then I would very much doubt it's got anything to do with that.
But your shoulder... Hey, don't just leave! Ah, whatever. Let her tire herself out. She'll come back eventually. Let's get some sleep, Traveler. That comfy bed is calling, Paimon.
Okay. Oh man, what's gonna happen when we sleep this time? Let's sneak the earpiece back on. Yo, sneak the earpiece on.
Quiet.
Yo, any earpieces?
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Yeah, I think the best options if you don't have a Scoffier are like just any cryo healer. She loses way too much if you use somebody who's not cryo. Would you use a hydro healer? I don't know. Like Mika and Charlotte are basically your best bets. But anyway.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
Run, Skirk. Run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running, and don't ever look back.
Let's see. Well, the next video, I'm not planning on doing any videos besides the part 2 of the team building guide at the moment. So I just gotta get that one finished, which is still gonna take a while.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. That bed was so comfy. Wait, Skirk? Have you been sitting out here the whole night? The bed's all yours if you want it.
Dang. Recover your strength yet? No, of course not, because you didn't sleep. Sleep is
About
important.
60%. Maybe 70.
Oh, that's not very accurate. Are you sure it's not 66.3?
Whew! Paimon thought it would take at least a couple of days. That was fast.
No, not fast enough.
I mean, technically correct. Not fast enough.
That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different, but somehow the outcome fell short. No, I think the problem's with me. I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep introspection should help me find the issue.
Ooh, sounds intense. We'll watch over you in the meantime, then.
Thanks. See you in 2 days.
Although, interesting complication to the part 2 video. Based on leaks, so I don't want to say too much. Because people aren't supposed to talk about that. But yeah, since it goes through all the different, like, team archetypes that you can build on reactions, there could be a twist upcoming in future versions that will change how some of that works. So, if I make the video before 5.8... yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If I make the video before that person comes out, then some of it... well, I guess it won't really become obsolete, because it's just one character. But, yeah, still, it'd be nice to include that information in the video, which I could do before she comes out, but then I'd be one of the leak people. And I'm unsure if I want to fully discuss leaks on the channel, just in case it could limit future opportunities, but we'll see. Dang, that's how she sleeps? Like nobody uses the back room of Boo Boo Pharmacy for 2 days? Is that what we're getting at here?
Morning! Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Shouldn't she be awake by now? Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Oh wait! Breakfast! That's it! Paimon will go get breakfast! Skirk is gonna be starving when she wakes up. Be right back.
Dang, all this talk of food is making me hungry. I need to eat something as soon as this quest ends. What? Oh, now he finally... oh. This creature's in the real world now. Where am I exactly? This is what's left of her planet. Almost as if...
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as the threshold between the soul and dreams.
Well, if you're a newer player, then you definitely just want to take what you get early on. As long as you've got an artifact that's got the right main stat, and you've got 4 for the set that you want, then the substats, sometimes you just have to deal with what you get.
This isn't your first time here, But what you remember is
And
probably
then
a space
character
covered
levels
in
and talent
darkness.
levels are generally better
I only
than trying to
managed illuminate a small
pour more
portion
into
for you
hoping you
back
get an
then.
artifact upgrade. Because one, they're a guaranteed upgrade, and two, there is a upper limit to when you've spent, you know, all you're going to spend and your character's maxed out. And then at that point, there's nothing left to do but farm artifacts. So that's when you do that, usually. It talks. Wow, rude.
Actually, it's my first time talking to someone like this. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. I guess that's why I can speak again, too.
Dang, so this is like her inner emotional self or something like that? That she's been purposely trying to, like, get rid of. But because she's weaker, she can't restrict it.
Call it fate, if you want. I think that's the word they use in this world for lucky coincidences like this, right?
You're just copying what she said
Now,
earlier.
Before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to ever come here. So, what's your impression of this place?
I'll go with the river. The cliffs and waterfalls, you know. That just makes me want to bring a Natlan character to climb them.
Oh, you noticed. This river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experience. So this river is where all the fragments of Skirk's life should converge into a single stream of memories and emotions, flowing forward as one. But, as you can see, this river has been severed numerous times. It's because Skirk doesn't like who she was in the past. When all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who she was, she cuts through water and rock with the sword of reason, severs her connection with the past, and begins anew.
What does it remind you of?
To shut
that
out
guy.
all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak. And become master over your physical form.
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up again and become stronger. That's how it is.
You would. You know, maybe we gotta suggest to her that perhaps Sertology isn't the best teacher, and everything he says maybe isn't what she should do.
The answer to one mystery invites another question, I see. Let's follow the river upstream. There among the cliffs, among the memories etched into her heart, lies the truth of it all. Soon, you'll understand everything.
Yeah, a lot of the time the Abyss comes down to just, commit. The enemy combinations can sometimes, like, totally screw you over. Whoa. Interesting. We saw this in the animated short, I think. Maybe the trailer? One of the two.
I've always thought that, even when falling leaves don't come from the same tree, they can still form bonds of kinship when they meet. Like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first noticed your presence, although she hesitated for a moment, she still chose to walk away. Indifferent as ever.
Hmm.
Seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as a trespasser in this world. She's made a conscious choice to avoid altering its path. But the reason for that decision stems from events much earlier on in her life.
Yeah, I saw the artifact thing. Early on, people were like, well, it's finally artifact loadouts. And then we actually learn how it works, and it's like, nope, it's just another twist on the same preset BS that they've been doing. I mean, I think they just legitimately can't get loadouts to work with their current programming of the game. Because there's no way they don't know by now what people mean when they ask for artifact loadouts. Like, they have to know that what we want is like a save button for the 5 artifacts you have equipped that you can later load. Like, it's literally that simple. They have to know that. So at this point, all I can figure is that they literally cannot program that into the game with the way the game is currently programmed. So they'd have to like rewrite a ton of shit. But is what it is.
Let's keep going. It's still a long way to the source of the river.
Yeah, true. If they wanted to put the resources towards it, then they could do it.
You now have what it takes to wield immense power. From this day forth, I shall teach you no more.
Dang, abandoned. Rip.
No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you fangs and claws. Now, you must learn to hunt.
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed. Make new friends.
Friends? She's not doing a good job with that one.
And piece together a new future from the shattered remnants of your past. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild and reduce it to ashes.
Damn brutal.
Just like the fire that haunts your mind.
Why do you do that?
Just for laughs, honestly.
I have told you before, fear is the catalyst for human evolution. You have tasted loss. You have known fear, so deep it can be felt in the bones. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. And thus pain dampens over time, and the acrid taste of fear becomes but a distant memory. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal. It will drown you in the nightmare of your childhood, or it shall drive you to defeat me, whatever the cost.
I don't buy this. I think I read somewhere somebody saying that when we are inside the all-devouring narwhal, we're actually fighting Sertologi, but that doesn't make sense. First of all, it was weak. Second of all, why would he have been in there? Third of all, where was Child? It was probably just Child, who like went insane fighting the narwhal and then got eaten by it and was inside of it. And then so when we get eaten by it, he just is fighting whatever he sees, which is us. So we're literally just fighting Child again inside the All Devouring Narwhal. That's what I interpret from that anyway.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul Sertologi, looked like at one point in time. Of course, as a higher being, physical form is a triviality.
Higher being. Those sinners.
He could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you see him in here, clad in abyssal armor, is the one he usually wears when traveling through the stars.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength.
Yeah, Skirk's design is definitely some suspect monetization tactic.
To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked. And somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him. That is my sole focus and purpose.
I mean, he said why he would do that. Because it's part of her training. To make her always fear that he's going to come kill her, so that she keeps striving to be better.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sertologi is terrifying. The scope of his power is impossible to understand until you experience it firsthand. It is absolute. The power to crush all things. Shall we keep going? Let's see. We're about halfway there.
Halfway. Can't climb it. Rip. Yeah, I don't know if they are going to do like an extra element kind of a thing. They're doing the thing where they're like tweaking reactions. Like Nilu Bloom is, but with other reactions. But yeah, I don't know. Little Skirk. Is this before or after she got to Teyvat?
We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk.
Oh, after.
She first began training under Sertologi.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to train twice as hard. No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner sympathy through tears is a habit of the weak. A pitiful, useless ploy.
Can I ask a question, Master? Why did you save me? I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like this.
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and prodigy I have faced has crumbled like sand underfoot. Before me, even fate bends the knee.
Just fight one of the other sinners. Ain't that tough. Sure, Rhindaughter would beat the hell out of you.
So, I will teach you everything I know. Train you by whatever means necessary. In the hope that one day, you might surprise me.
But I don't want to draw my sword against you, Master.
Well, then you're gonna die. Yeah. when people talk about new reactions, I'd be in favor of, like, Geo additional reactions to make it so Geo can exist outside of Mono Geo. Or just being Geo in name only, like Navia and Shilonen, because them being Geo is completely irrelevant. But, like, Dendro Cryo, that's already... The fact that it's not a reaction is in itself a bonus in the form of Fridge. Because you can have both auras, and the Cryo allows the Dendro aura to react more. Something I'll cover in part 2 of my video. But, yeah, so if Dendro and Cryo reacted, and then you couldn't do that anymore, it would negatively impact a lot of teams.
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint murmurs that disappear into the void. You of all people know that well.
Yes, Master.
Merci.
From that day forward, all she knew was grueling training, emptiness, and fatigue. After some time, her talent bloomed, and she gained control over her emotions, like her master. How should I put it? It was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart, but that reason came to dictate all she was allowed to feel. I suppose it was at this point that she became the Skirk you know today.
Yeah, I feel like with Dendro not reacting with things, it was more to keep Dendro's power in check. Because when Dendro came out, it was insanely strong. So if it could react with Animo on top of that, it just would have made it even stronger. And Geo probably just made that even stronger. But at this point of the game, Dendro's not on top anymore. Because they've made, like, other reaction characters so overpowered, like Mawika. And just made hyper carries like Neverlet that just deal 1 billion damage by themselves. But I don't know.
We're nearly there. I almost don't want to reach the end. Well, shall we? This is the final stretch.
No, you can't do all the pyro sigils yet. I think there's still one more region to go. And Natlin. Potentially in 5.8. If not, then I guess it would have to be in 5.8, otherwise there would be a 5.9.
These are Skirk's happiest memories.
Because 6.0 isn't Natlin anymore.
What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky. The sun bathed everything in golden light. And when song filled the air, not even the shyest of flowers could resist swaying along. This is Skirk's homeland. She was so curious about everything as a child. Always skipping school to go exploring instead.
You know, it's interesting how other planets where these outsider humans came from are all just like normal Earth. Yay, kids going to school and stuff. Wowee.
There was so much to discover. The treasures at the bottom of the sea. The secrets beyond the stars. And that merchant ship packed with adults wearing those strange clothes. Yes, the ship. That was the beginning
Merchant
of the end.
spaceship. Do we get to see it?
It was a
No,
spaceship.
okay. Yeah, I called it.
When it arrived, the people that disembarked wore smiles on their faces and spoke of friendship. They claimed to be merchants from a neighboring planet, looking to establish trade.
You know what I thought was funny? When, what was one of the recent things where they confirmed... Not confirmed, but they, like, mentioned worlds beyond Tevat. It might have been in the World Quest in Natlan. But yeah, like, they said something about, oh yeah, worlds beyond Tevat, and then, like, I saw certain streamers being like, what? Confirmed worlds beyond Tevat? Whoa! Literally the first line in the entire game confirms that there are worlds beyond Tevat. So, like, why were people acting surprised by that? Like, literally, the very first line in the game is Paimon saying, so you and your brother arrived here from another world. First line. We've always known this.
Skirk's parents, her relatives, her neighbors, everyone welcomed the newcomers with open arms and allowed them to explore the planet. To them, the visitors were guests and should be treated with hospitality.
Oh, no.
No one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, an army of unknown origin arrived without warning and carried out a ruthless campaign to destroy everything and everyone on the planet. Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate wave of destruction. But when she came home that day, only fire and ruin awaited her.
Damn.
Countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved.
Why are they crying out to her for help? She was a
Friends
child.
and relatives. The little girl who lived next door. The shop owner with the bad leg. The bad-tempered teacher she had made fun of just that morning. Their lives were discarded like worthless trash as the fire consumed one life after another. Skirk was helpless. All she could do was run. And so she did. She kept running until an unexpected figure crossed her path.
Yeah, there's stuff that doesn't add up about the Traveler still.
If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. And there she would have remained, left to rot in the scorched earth, with no answer as to why any of this was happening.
Like the spaceship thing, a lot of people just kind of assumed that, or I don't know if a lot of people assume that, because some people seem surprised, but I mean, it makes sense. We know that they arrived on the planet. Yeah, I played the Archon quest earlier, 2 days ago. But, like, we know they arrived on the planet somehow, and we've heard it was just called a meteorite, but that doesn't, like, people don't travel in meteorites. Except in some fictions, I guess. But yeah, like, I assumed it was a spaceship. But maybe that was just me. But yeah, the whole story that the twin told us at the end of the Archon quest, I don't necessarily buy all that. I don't think the twin knows. I think when they said that their memories were erased, a lot more happened to their memories than just that. So, the whole story they told us about, like, oh no, I was in Conry, I searched the whole world for you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I buy all that. So, we'll see. Anyway, yeah, why did those people destroy your homeland? If you give the key, then you give her the key, and then it skips the part of that cutscene where the twin throws the key to her.
Because she and her people were seen as a threat.
Threat?
As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Yet there was evidence of human activity, even during the periods of extreme heat or cold in the past. Further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet had evolved the ability to adapt to any type of environment or energy source.
Yeah, I don't know why he woke her up out of the spaceship and then they left from there. Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense. I proposed the theory just kind of offhand. I didn't actually believe it. But I mean, it could be something there, that the intro cinematic is actually a fake memory. It never actually happened. Which, I put that in my lore video, just as like a fun thing on the end that I didn't actually think, but who knows at this point? Because if they had a spaceship, why were they flying around?
For that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat, and decided to eliminate them before the threat could rear its head. And so, the army was called, and the so-called danger was wiped from the face of the planet.
Damn, just because they could live in both hot and cold? That's just rude.
Senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. Perhaps it was their own innocence and kindness that doomed them. But in the end, that was lost to the blaze as well. If those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand. And so, before death could claim her, she ran. She ran and never stopped. No one wants to relive their most painful moments. Well, that brings us to the end of the story. This is as far as we can go.
But this is to go even further.
Skirk
Sorry.
is waiting over there. For both of us.
I mean, is she waiting for us?
Let's go to her.
Does she know that we're coming?
It's time to fulfill my purpose. And my greatest wish over all these years.
The twin. The twin basically said that he landed in Tevat, his memory was erased, so he spent the time in Conria because he didn't remember he had a sister. And at some point he somehow regained his memory. At that point he searched the whole planet for her, but not the spaceship they arrived on, which is where she actually was. I don't know why he didn't think to go there first. More strange things not adding up. But then the girl gave him that key, which she got from us in the future because Istaroth, the god of time, shade of time, decided to, like, break the time continuum because she just does that whenever she feels like it. And that caused him to leave Conria to go to the ship, find Lumine, escape Tevat, except they failed. That's basically what happened at the end there. Spoilers for the Archon quest to anybody that, you know, was wanting to watch the Skirk playthrough first. Whoops. Hopefully that's nobody.
So all this, just so you could bring her here?
I have things to say to you. Well, to me. I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there.
Traveler, did you seriously not put this together?
She's the best choice in this moment.
Until now.
Her suppressed emotional self.
Yeah,
The version of herself
literally my
she
first
keeps
thought.
locked in the recesses of her mind, stifled by reason. All those rejected impulses, those discarded aspects of your past selves, they are a part of me now. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long. So, I I came to face you instead.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And that's exactly why I keep you locked here. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing are when we are most vulnerable. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The
Not really.
vastness of the universe renders everything insignificant. Our feelings most of all.
Your people being nice to those invaders had nothing to do with why they wiped you out. That just made it hurt more. They wiped you out because of whatever that stupid thing. Oh no, you can survive in cold and hot at the same time. What a horrible monstrosity. They would have figured that out regardless.
Learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to mean erasing everything. Strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses, emotions like kindness and empathy, and what makes you any different from the ruthless soldiers who slaughtered our people?
True. I think the revival of Conria is basically done. Because I think they said that all they had left to do was find a place for it. Which they may have found at the very end.
The difference is that I'm doing what is right, what is necessary. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest kindness I can offer.
Ooh, she allows them to exist. Why?
I've sheltered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold.
Cold? That's why she's cryo?
And that brought me this far. It made me who I am. It made me strong.
That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things together. On the grand scale of the entire universe, maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Emotion gives warmth to the cold expanse.
She doesn't want warmth. She's cryo.
It gives meaning to the world around us.
And she doesn't work in melt teams. She only wants cryo and hydro. Get your warmth out of here.
Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars. Those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back and let them grant you peace. A brief respite from the pressure you put on yourself.
True, not cry.
That isn't what we need.
Ice. Dang, she got frozen.
Exactly what we need.
Oh, she broke it. She triggered shatter.
Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal this time?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find.
Then look around. Look at your inner world. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity, and in doing so, you lost your original motivation. You severed all connection to who you used to be, so you can no longer draw strength from your past. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these cannot take you far enough. And so, this river, the source of your strength, grows more polluted by the day.
And you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you?
Rude. Yo, voice line, not. Your emotional self isn't weak. Yeah, I heard Aether and Lumine are going to come back next patch with their voices. So they're one patch too late. This was like the big Aether Lumine patch, and they missed it. RIP. The fact that she transcended time and broke free from her constraints to come and face you, that proves it.
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, we had to distance ourselves from the pain through reason over emotion.
I don't know who Shiru Emiya is. I don't watch a lot of anime.
But what is right at one point in
Haha,
time
you're frozen
is
now.
always right forever. I know you will never forget that fire. I know the fact that you were the sole survivor fills you with guilt.
Renova's a shade, and the shades are like aspects of the heavenly principles, kind of. If we assume the heavenly principles is the primordial one, which I think is a safe assumption, then the primordial one created the four shades to help her dominate the world when the dragons were still controlling it. So, Renova is like kind of an aspect of the heavenly principles, even though they're separate entities now.
And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep down, you know that you didn't turn out to be the person you wanted to be. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore. So even if you can't accept me, I hope, at least, that you can let go.
Knives to the heart.
Thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like this.
Rip.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive.
Oh, I bet he will be.
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all.
I remember.
Somebody triggered
There was a
chatter.
song Mom and Dad always sang when we went out to fetch
Who
water.
did it? I must be specced into Geo right now.
Dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand.
I am not your rolling wheels, but I am the
If this is
highway.
your wish, then I will carry you with me until the end.
Thank you.
I should be thanking you.
Aw, she's accepting her emotions now. Now she'll be friends with Paimon. Yo, what's that? Animated chest, even in 2D cutscene.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey,
Hey,
this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memories then.
Yeah, we already told you that.
I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no, but in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea came to mind. An idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be another tragedy like that fire. One in which power was not the law of the land.
Welcome to literally every other major faction in the game that wants to create a new world order.
But that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Sertologi, is, at the core, a defier of all rules and order.
Well, let's have you meet up with Thainsleif. Although, according to the animated short, you already have. So let's just, redo the meeting.
Yes. And not just because of the gap in our abilities, but also because I have no reason to see him as an enemy. Although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my life, taught me the sword and the principles of strength. And for that, I respect him. I know, and it's not something I want. But Master never goes back on his word. I have to treat everything he says as a promise.
Yeah, I know. Where was Zhao?
He's no longer in Tevat, but he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most
In
of them
Tevat?
are simple greetings,
Flower?
or an answer to one of my questions. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've built to pieces. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear, just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. And for that reason, the pursuit of strength consumes every moment of my life. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready.
Yeah. I'll help you.
Help me? Why? This isn't your fight.
Yeah, well, seems like every fight on this planet is my fight, so what's one more?
Because if we want to build the world we both want to see, everyone has to be willing to fight for it. If we all do our part, we can make the entire universe a kinder place.
Yeah, good luck with that one. Oh yeah, as far as like playable harbingers and Sneznaya, my prediction is that they're saving like the characters that everybody wants that don't currently seem like they're gonna be playable, like Signora and Capitano and potentially some others. I think they're gonna save them for when the Tevat chapter is over. Because at that point, like, the story will be at a lull, so there won't be people, like, continuing to play for the next story beat because, well, the story ended. So in order to keep people interested in the meantime, that's when they're gonna release the huge characters, like Capitano and Signora, in order to force people to come back to pull for them. I feel like that's what they did in Honkai Impact 3rd. I wasn't playing at the time, so I don't know if that's exactly what the timing was like, but they had Siren, who was not even a real character, but was like a thing that existed since the game came out that was like super hype. And they released her at the end of the Honkai Impact 3rd story, which kind of feels like that was what that was, an attempt to get people to come back even though the story was over. So anyway, that's my prediction for what they're going to do with Genshin and Capitano playable and Signora playable, is that they're waiting for, like, the big lull in Genshin Impact to be like, oh, you thought that there's no reason to play? Well, Bam, Capitano. Bam, Signora. Come on back. Anyway, moving on.
Leave together.
There's nothing else to do here. Should I leave? Well, the way you say that makes me suspicious. Hey, yo, it's just like that place with Nabu Malakata, where you can run along the water. Yo, secret treasure chest? You got a secret treasure chest around here? 2 Primogems? We got 2 Primogems anywhere? Hello? We also got to get playable Jet at some point. Ain't no way they're leaving that one on the table. I figure with Nodcry, since Nodcry seems like it wasn't planned, and it's something that they inserted after they had already written the story in order to pad out some more lore and stuff, they got to come up with some new characters to release too during Nodcry. So maybe some characters that they were kind of waffling on making playable, they're going to make playable for Nodcry. Like Durin, for example. Like, they just made him up in that summer event, and now he's going to be a playable character in Nodcry, assuming. Because, I mean, they just revealed that he's a person now, so.
Oh, you're finally awake!
What is this, Skyrim?
Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and finds you both unconscious? Oh, you scared Paimon half to death. You're both okay, right?
I don't know, are we?
What does it look like?
Dang, you're supposed to be Paimon's friend after all that.
Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the past into the future. I taught you to incorporate the
Playable Jet.
experiences from
They
your
gotta
journey
do it at
into
some
how
point.
you fight. I suppose what happened today will become an inseparable part of who I am.
Yeah, the boss mats. They don't even care about the boss mats. They're just like, you know what? This boss was new. This character's coming out now. Yeah, they need that mat. Nobody cares about the lore.
Okay, so Paimon feels like she's missing some important context. But whatever. Paimon brought back tons of delicious snacks.
The 3 of you enjoy the snacks.
All right.
Is Baiju finally going to
It's
come
about
back
time we
home?
finished what we started.
Yeah, let's fight to the death.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
Oh, right, the thief. I totally forgot about that guy.
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime,
And that
he's
food.
going to be tougher than before.
Oh, wait. You're talking about him. Never mind.
The good news is, we have no reason to pull our punches this time. So, let's go. Same place as last time.
Well, we're still missing so much context for the twin. But at this point, Paimon. Oh, I gotta go another 1,000 meters. He's skirking. Alright, we're done skirking. I remember this location. Back when I was a noob. AR 30 or something. I don't even know what AR I did this quest at. We had to fight the boss dude that was there. Climbing. Hey, this rock doesn't match this other rock. Yeah, the ring that Dainsleif had. I missed that from the Parry quest.
The fog is gone!
Oh, nice. Now there's a black hole. Way to go, Paimon. I blame you. Hey.
Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he knows that, too?
Oh wait, the all-devouring narwhal changed into that form, huh?
Really? So, you're telling Paimon that giant whale and this guy can both turn into the fowl? How does that work?
No, turns out that's actually just Sertology. He's here to kill Skirk. Good luck.
Subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. It's a natural response after encountering someone as powerful as Master. To them, he represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered Master, and we know he stole a portion of my power. So it's not surprising that he would assume this form.
Okay. Oh, the closer Paimon looks, the more intimidating it gets. Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us. He won't have the nerve to steal again after we're done with him. Let's teach this guy a lesson.
Oh yeah. The middle phase of the second worst boss fight ever put into the game. Only dethroned by the Pyro Abyss Sovereign.
Haven't forgotten your training, I hope.
I missed one. Defeat the culprit.
Mine to wield.
Oh, I did the rotation wrong already. Yeah, Pyro Traveler has no off-field Hydra applications, so I can't actually use Skirk's passive. Eh. How do you like water guns, bitch? Alright.
Mine to wield.
Beyond this world.
Bozo.
Annihilate. Power.
Enjoy the water gun. You're about to get killed by a literal super soaker. Owned. Watch out.
Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle.
I'm here too. Well, I mean, I don't think she actually wanted the prototype Rancor, if I'm being honest. Oh yeah, Paimon was there too. Oh, it's a Conrian guy. I guessed as much, because that would be the only kind of person that would, like, hate Sertologi so much and want, like, revenge. Is somebody from Conria who hates the sinners. Let's see if it's anybody we've recognized from lore.
Have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, you deliberately channeled your power into me, knowing that it would destroy my shell from within. Such power, such keen battle instincts. So you must be...
Skirk, Sertologi's disciple.
Didn't he already know that? Isn't that the whole point?
How long has it been? How long has he been away from Tevat?
Oh, look, 3 days. It's not that
Hundreds
long.
of years.
Okay, never mind. It's been a long time.
Hundreds? Sorry. It's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skofnungar, a friend of your master and one of his followers.
So not anybody that we know, and he doesn't sound that mad.
This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But hundreds of years ago, I knew you existed. And I knew you would come here.
Hundreds of years ago?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it?
Of course. Might as well take advantage of a clear head while I can. The story starts a long, long time ago.
Well, Mawika didn't know about the false sky. And Nahida didn't know about the false sky because she was really surprised when Dottore mentioned it. So I think the Archons don't know about the false sky.
I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son, I was set to inherit our title. But I contracted an incurable illness as a child, and everyone gave up on me. I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all of my peers. But it was all in vain. When other people looked at me, all I saw in their eyes was pity or a strange glee in my misfortune. Even my parents were just waiting for me to die.
Brutal.
Over time, my heart hardened, and I became aimless. That was the point where I met your master, Sertologi. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to death. He spent his childhood wandering the streets, facing more criticism than the literary works in the Universitas Magistrorum.
Name drop. Can't wait for that to become important in lore.
Yet, he always wore a smile on his face, as if kindness and malice were one and the same, and he could not see the difference. I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive. Even if it's a losing battle, it should light a fire under you. How can you sit back like this and go down without a fight?
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something, and he inspired me to keep going. When we sparred together, it was the first time I'd actually felt the thrill of combat. When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like there was nothing in this world he couldn't accomplish. When it came to the human form, he was always intent on pushing the boundaries of possibility. But somewhere along the way, I fell behind. My talents were nothing compared to his, and at some point, I realized he had pulled so far ahead, I was too embarrassed to even ask him to spar. After his grand endeavor was successful, he sought me out and said to me,
"This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I have just refined to break the curse of immortality for you."
So you can just do that?
Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But the immortality you now face is a different kind of pain altogether.
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger. Maybe I'll finally catch up to you one day. And we can spar like we used to.
Yeah, you'll need to go steal an unimaginable amount of abyssal power before that.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Your body, or rather, your soul, might not be able to withstand this curse.
Yeah, definitely pokes the heavenly principles. But they've been slumbering. I think we're gradually starting to learn that the sinners are just as powerful as the shades. Especially considering that Rhindaughter, one of the sinners, ate the Shade of Life and is now both. So the heavenly principles probably would have a tough time.
All I can do is try. After all, a wise man once told me, people need to fight for their own survival.
Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality and wish to experience a good sparring match before you wither away, seek out my disciple.
Disciple? Never thought I'd hear that word coming from you.
Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe and bring her to Tibet.
Vedifenir,
You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong.
Dang, guy sounds pretty hardcore.
Well, now I'm curious about who this disciple of yours will be.
All Vedifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds pretty impressive.
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple.
Still self-assured as ever, I see. But you're not wrong.
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you are serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea. As I've said before, walk whatever path you want.
A little gift, huh?
Freedom means even the wicked get to make their own choices.
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by Sertologi.
No, we did that.
In its weakened state, I was able to cut off part of its flesh and sew it into my own heart.
Or maybe that was before.
Your heart? That sounds like torture. How did you even survive that?
Because, of course, I bear the curse of immortality.
True. Well, I wouldn't leave the stream on if I'm gonna eat something. That would be after stream.
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into a vessel for power. Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. With your body and soul constantly at the breaking point, it was the curse of immortality that sustained you. But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead, you stole something that didn't belong to you, and it backfired.
Mm-hmm. Well, people with visions can summon weapons. But I guess, he has 1/5 of the entire power of the Abyss, so...
You're right.
He could probably do it too.
I should have known better, but... I had already pushed myself to my limits, and... He was still miles ahead of me. So I had to take a leap of faith. I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together, troublemakers without a home. I don't regret the choice I made. But if you'll allow it, I do want to apologize. To both of you.
After the beating we just gave you, I think we can call it even.
Got him.
You're an interesting one as well. Sertologi's disciple. That's a lot to live up to. It can't have been an easy experience. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you to catch up to him, all the while standing ever out of reach.
Well, we know that that's how his mentor trained him, too, so...
We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher we have to climb, or when we will see the sun again.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. No matter how dark it gets, I will not give in to despair. I will overcome it. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather a defeat without regrets.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
Oh?
Since you're his friend, you must have some things in common. First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that spike.
It's right behind you!
But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel joy and passion emanating from your blade. It was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world, the joy of an artist uncovering a temple of wonders.
Interesting. I'm certain I didn't express those emotions outright, yet you were able to read them from my blade, like a glimpse into my inner world. You're right. That battle brought me an unbridled sense of joy, and my defeat brings me no regret whatsoever.
Exactly. I think Master also craves a battle like that. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and transcend his own limits. A battle to end all battles. After which, all can come to an end, including, perhaps, his life.
I'm telling him, why doesn't he just think to fight one of the other sinners? They're probably all about equal.
For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose, one goal, to complete himself. It's one of the secrets to his strength.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps that is his call. What a battle that would be. Oh, to witness such a...
Oh.
Are you okay?
Oh, no. He's immortal.
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. The curse of immortality allows it all to coexist, but it does not remove the pain. I won't be able to hold on to my sanity for much longer. What a shame. I would have loved to witness that battle. Sir Delogi once offered to free me from this curse. Now, I must ask that of you, Skirk. Can you release me from the pain?
Oh, can she do that?
I can, but not through death, if that's what you were hoping for.
She's got some really good drugs.
It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness, along with all the power you've consumed, and smash it to pieces. The impurities will dissipate, and
Well, that's
under
weird.
the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is complete, you will be back to who you were before, no longer tortured by powers you can't control.
Oh, are you sure about that?
But it will be a time-consuming and painful process. The decision is yours to make.
I accept. And who knows? Perhaps I'll wake up in time to witness your great battle with Sir Delogi. I have faith that you'll be able to stand against him one day. Though I know it'll be a long and arduous road. If we are climbers in the dark, it appears the dawn has finally broken for me. But your ascent continues.
Oh, yeah, now that you mentioned the captain. That was one thing that I don't get. So Captain had the souls of dead Conrians with him. But they can't die. So I guess they all must have died before the curse was put in place? But they were fighting in Natlan at the time. So he must have left Conria to fight in Natlan before the curse was put on them. I don't know.
At least, it looks like you are not alone on your journey.
Makes more sense than Elden Ring lore, at least.
I will reach the top of this mountain, no matter what it takes. And you, Skofnunger, will be my witness at the end of all things.
That's finally over.
Yo, she turned him into a treasure chest. Poggers! Yo, give me those 10 primos.
Make a mad dash for the exit like last
Oh,
time.
the music's back. The Abyss Jam track. Get up another pull? No. Not even close. There's nothing else to do here. You know, you're saying it again. Last time you were right, but this time... maybe... Alright, whatever.
We did it! It's only been a few days, but it feels like forever.
A few days into that, anyway.
Once again, we've proved there's nothing we can't overcome. We're just that awesome.
Well, Skirk did most of the work, so I don't know why you would have broken a sweat.
Wow, you sound even more confident than usual. Guess you really have become stronger. Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, that reminds Paimon. The stars you mentioned, the ones that died out, are they back now?
Well, you can't just put stars back, Paimon.
Yes,
Oh, never mind. I
The
guess you
power
can't.
Skofnungar stole has been returned. So, the stars have regained their light.
Great! Huh, it's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone. There are so many stars in the sky. If a few disappeared, Paimon definitely wouldn't be able to tell.
It's a fake sky anyway, Paimon.
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon this sky for centuries. The false stars, hanging in the meticulously planned sky, glittering with rotten light.
Rotten.
It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it and enjoy the momentary peace it brings.
Traveler, you already know what it's like. You're an alien.
Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day, whether of our own volition or not. Time marches ever forward. Even the innocent and naive will taste life's bitterness. Yet through hardship, we grow, until we learn to seize the sands of time for ourselves and uncover our true strength. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable. One can only wonder, what is it going to take for kindness to reign supreme in the vast expanse of the universe?
A lot.
Ugh, this is all going over Paimon's head.
Float higher.
If she knows one thing, it's that the Traveler always finds a way.
Yeah, I'm the main character, not you, Skirk, okay? Remember that.
Ever since we met, she has filled Paimon's days with happiness. No matter how tough things get, she always finds a way to make it better. If it's too big a job for one person, then they'll do it with two. And if two's still not enough, then three. We've met so many amazing friends and accomplished so many amazing things. As long as we don't give up, we can make any wish come true.
I suppose when it comes to you, anything is possible.
Yeah, you got that right.
Well,
At
I
least
should
whatever
be
the
going.
writers say.
Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I need more practice to get used to it.
And we'll meet again. Right at the end of this
Suppose
cutscene.
fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Or maybe we'll reunite on a different planet entirely. Regardless, reunions and partings are but passing moments. More than anything, I hope that at the end of this journey, wherever it takes us, we stand in a world reborn. One without war, pain, or forced partings. One where new life can bloom, even where there was once nothing but scorched earth.
Yeah, a world without war and pain? Probably not gonna happen.
For this, we must all work to become stronger.
I ain't calling you master. I am the master here.
Goodbye, traveler. Remember your training. Make sure to put it to use.
Is it just Paimon, or is she being nicer than before? We definitely count as friends after all that, don't you think?
Well, she did reincorporate her emotions.
Hey, what do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars.
Yeah, but the stars are everywhere, so we don't actually have to be here.
Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey. Oh, and since Paimon treated you to that super nice meal at Wanmin Restaurant, it's about time you returned the favor.
To be continued. Charge attack with Traveler. Well, I don't have the Traveler on me. Yo, 60 Primogems. Another 60 Primogems. Alright. Got some Traveler's Tales, and then this event, which I'm probably going to put off until the last week. Hey, yo, we just got a bunch of primos. Alright, Skirk's weapon, here it comes. Alright, whatever, nobody asked. Go away, shut up. Nobody asked for you, Black Tassel. I probably shouldn't be pulling for weapons, but at this point, I don't really need anything, so may as well just pull for whatever the hell I feel like it. What do we got? Ooh, dailies. Go to the #1 daily spot. No, I'm Welkin in Battle Pass. At one point, I also bought a couple top-ups, but not consistently. Oh, my resin's almost capped. Jesus. I'll deal with that after I eat. It's like 194 resin, given that it's 8 minutes per, that's still like almost an hour.
Thank you for completing.
Alright, let's see. We have completed that. Actually, I guess I could just literally have it tell me how long it is. 42 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I got Eon Sun here first. And then Aoife's here occasionally. Jalonin was here. Kinich was here. Dude's just popping up. May as well talk to him. Why not?
All right, this should do the trick.
I'm not going to do these on stream, so may as well do one on stream, just for the heck of it.
Ah, sharp eye, traveler. Here, check this out. A new formula I just whipped up. Works like a charm for juvenile saurians suffering from appetite loss. Just one problem. It's too good. If juveniles without appetite issues eat it, let's just say they start binging.
Then they get an appetite issue.
Case in point, a few days ago, Kakuku swiped 2 tablets while I wasn't looking, and...
Still got room for seconds, bro!
Looks like the flavor profile needs a tweak.
No, I haven't done Sino and Tanara yet. The only one that I've done are Shalonin and Eon Sun. Oh yeah, and the Kinich one.
Otherwise, Natlan's gonna have a juvenile saurian obesity epidemic shortly. Oof.
No way, bro!
Obese. Anecdote has been recorded. What do we got? Dailies? Yep, I did the dailies. What is this yelling at me for? Yeah, I know. I'll do it. Oh, we got the guitar. Gameplay tutorial. Oh, it's another instrument like all these. Man, some people learn how to actually play, like, whole-ass songs on those. Whoa, Skirk actually, like, wrote up a thingy for me? Oh. Based. And then I think that also increases your stats a bit. Yeah, I'm just hoarding elixirs because I'm too lazy to figure out what kind of artifacts I want. Okay. Anecdote rewards. Oh, more primos. Pretty sure I didn't get enough. 40 more. I can do one more pull. Alright, how do we get 40 more primos? Oh, I know how I can get 40 more primos. I still have some of these. And by some, I mean a whole hell of a lot. Let me figure out which ones I can do.
This realm is
Yoink! Alright, we got that. Let me get this out of the way. Okay. Then I need need to switch to my designated place where I put these down. And then determine which ones I still need. Alright, using my out-of-game utility. Oh, Venti. Wait, I haven't done Ventis yet? Oh, here's the lineup. I think I've done all of these. Maybe? Oh no, Chi-Chi. And Ito. Okay, yeah. I don't have to put anybody down. Alright, let's see. Outdoor thingy. Which one is... I know Ito's is... this one. And then Chi-Chi's is... it's got 2 houses in it. This one? Yeah. Saved. Alright, Ito first. Hey, dude.
Whoa, check it out. This looks just like Granny Oni's place. Pretty sweet. The scenery's really making my day. Let's go kick back in the shade. I'll tell you all my epic tales from roaming the wilds of Inazuma.
Based. Okay, 20. 20. Well, we are getting this weapon. I don't think my pity is very high. I think I'm at like 20 pity or something, so we're probably not getting the weapon. But,
I wrote it in my notebook.
Oh, I'm skipping. That's normal for a Chi-Chi conversation, though. Okay, let me mark that off. And... Old. All right, here it is. You know, nobody actually asked for you, Magic Guide. Alright, alright, so no more pulls today. Furnishings. Wowee!
Even the most unassuming ingredients can produce astounding flavor. But unlocking that potential takes a keen sense of smell, a refined palate, and an open mind.
Okay, thanks for the advice. Alright, so we did thing stuff. Alright, let me see. Said something about an abyss run. I guess. To close out the stream, we can see what the Abyss has for us. Alright. So I haven't played Skirk yet. Well, I mean, I've played her, but I haven't played her in anything that passes for a challenge, like the Abyss. So I guess I'll play Skirk in the Abyss for the first time. Played Ayaka last time in her place. What else do I need? I need Farina. Where's Farina at? And then I need Escoffier. Alright. Side 2 done. Now, do I just want to play Mawika side 1? Just like a free win. But I guess that's what it wants me to do with the 0 energy stuff. That would make it easy. I guess I do want to go through kind of quick so that I can, you know, go eat. And then I don't have Yansan, although I'm not positive if he's better there, or she's better there. Alright, speed run in the Abyss. And first time playing Skirk in the Abyss, so got to figure out the rotation. Energy recharge. Wow, I have 2 characters that don't use energy at all. HP less than 50? Well, that's probably not going to happen. Well, whatever. I guess I'll get this for the other characters. Okay. What am I fighting? These two?
Teamwork is get to work.
Alright, now hopefully it doesn't... okay, I think she got her shield up, which is unfortunate. Whatever. This enemy.
Rise with the sun.
Alright. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Incinerate!
Everybody's favorite annoying enemy. Alright, there's 2 more clones still.
Light it up.
We're next.
Let's light it up, everybody.
Let's roid it up.
Show no mercy. You two.
I could have made that go faster with Sit Lally probably. But then it would have procced TTDS. Oh, she missed one of her charged attacks? Interesting. Okay. So we start with Shenhe, and then Farina. This, and then this, and then this. This. Still have to wait a second for this cooldown, and now we're good. Alright. Alright, so that's when I do that, and then I do 1, 2, 3, this. Alright, and now I go back.
Shower me with praise. Let the world come on. The pinnacle of excellence. Do your
Once again, wait for this cooldown.
Manifest. Mine to wield.
Wow, now I wait for him to do his mechanic. Hey, can you, like, actually do the thing you're supposed to do? You horribly designed enemy? Thank you. Alright, who is it? This guy?
Obey.
Oh yeah, I forgot. His hitbox wasn't active yet. What a well-designed enemy. Alright, well, screw her, I guess. Oh no!
Manifest. Strike a pose.
We got him. I know there's like some tricks you can do with Skirk for different floors, so that like you start with more of her stuff in the next chamber, but like I honestly don't even know how Skirk works yet. I haven't looked into her at all. I pull characters and then I just don't bother with them. I pull characters, build them, and then don't play them. That's where I am in this part of the game, which is why I'm pulling for weapons, because it don't matter. I think I need to do this.
Bring it.
Did I even trigger it?
Teamwork is drift.
Whatever.
Fulfill our pact. Laline, East Pop, Pyroclastic Surge.
Yeah, you better all be dead. Oh, he's got pyro on him, so I'm not triggering any melts. Whatever.
Rise with the sun.
I'm going in. Get to work.
Oh, I forgot to do Shalona.
Time to end Wrath from the sky.
We'll just do this.
Let's light it up. Everybody stand. Show no mercy.
Let's put all of our bursts on cooldown with no energy.
Light up the blazing
See ya.
sun.
Alright. I don't even remember what I'm fighting here. Oh, this loser.
Obey. Shower me with praise.
Yo, where my energy at? I'm just gonna sit here and wait.
Let the world come alive. Shafuth on the loose. By ordinance divine. Manifest.
Because I needed to wait anyway. Oh, now I need to wait some more for him to put his stupid shield up. is her energy so cringe right now?
In your dreams.
It's almost like I don't have the energy card. Okay, well, nobody's got their burst, and I don't understand why. Wow, she got out. Escopia will fix it, it's fine.
Obey.
Whatever, let's get this rotation.
Shower me with praise. Time to shine. The pinnacle of
Oh,
excellence.
that was a lot of damage.
Cryo incarnate. Manifest.
I think I'm gonna dodge. I think I'm doing the rotation wrong still, though.
Obey. Strike a pose.
Whatever, this guy's probably dead. Yep. Okay. Skill damage, sure, why not? I guess this is the last chamber, so... Greater than 50, it's generally always going to be. I'd rather just have the skill damage. Okay. What do we got? Oh, yep, gotta do this again. For Bennett's energy. And we're good. I'm gonna get closer to the wall because these guys are annoying.
Get to work. You two. Time to end.
Oh, can y'all come here?
Wrath from the sky.
That's a nope. Okay.
Rise with the... I'm going in. Lolly, eat Papa.
I need to do this for a second and then do this.
Plastic surge.
There we
Time to
are.
buckle down.
Oh, now it's no cryo aura. Man, forward melt is rough.
Teamwork is dream.
Alright, got his shield down.
Fulfill our path. You two. Touch light of the blazing
See ya.
sun.
Okay, last one. Against this jerk.
Shower me with praise. Let my name echo. A dash of frosting. Boost on the loose. By ordinance divine.
Let me chill here for a second, and then do this, and then do this, and then do this, and then...
Mine to wield.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Oh no, he's building up stacks again.
Off to the freezer. The pinnacle of excellence. Do your master's bidding. Manifest.
Alright, and let me do Q here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. And then 1, 2, 3, charge attack. And then dodge this thing because I don't want to get hit by it. Oh, whatever. We're good. And then she's done.
Obey. Shower me with praise. Let my name echo. A dash of frosting. A burst of...
Oh, okay. We used the intended optimal teams to clear the abyss. Oh, hey. I haven't seen this yet because I cleared it before Skirk came out. Neat. Okay. Oh, wait, I don't need to go back in here. There's no more loot to collect. Alright, we completed
However fearsome the
Skirk's
lightning may be,
story quest
its wrath is limited to the realm
and
beneath
capped it
the
off with a
grass.
Skirk abyss
The high
clear
heavens above
for good
remain
measure.
clear.
Alright. Well, now I need to go eat. So, thank you guys for watching. Still a lot of work yet to do on my next video. So don't expect that one anytime soon, because it takes me a long time to edit. So, in the meantime though, enjoy what I have posted and whatnot. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I'm out of here. Gotta go eat. See ya.